been talking a little bit recently about how, for e-commerce and retail in particular, I think that most sites are probably going to want to allow the LLM crawlers to access at least the product information content on their websites. Specifically when it comes to robots.txt, there's a couple of different ways that can be blocked. This is using the real robots.txt.com tools. So first of all, if we look at the Washington Post robots.txt files, we can actually see that they explicitly block a number of crawlers down the bottom. And we can see that in practice. Something that Google is allowed to crawl. We see Google is allowed, and they see Perplexity bot or whatever else that we want to pick that is disallowed by the explicit rule. But there is another failure mode that you might want to take account of, which I'm going to demonstrate with BingBot actually in the Zoopla file. So the Zoopla file does not have any mentions of Perplexity. So let's take something that BingBot is allowed to crawl. And the way this goes wrong is that BingBot's allowed, and show why in a second, whereas PerplexityBot was not allowed, even though Perplexity is not mentioned anywhere explicitly in the files. And that's because here Perplexity is subject to the user agent star, and that's because it's not specifically mentioned. Whereas BingBot is not subject to those, and in fact is allowed to crawl anything because it's bundled in with this Google Media Partners, which is allowed, it's just allowed to crawl anything on the site. So even if the specific what you're looking at isn't mentioned in the robots.txt file explicitly, you need to check and see whether it's allowed to crawl. And I would be particularly checking PDP and PLP hedges, particularly PDPs on e-commerce sets.